If you're mad at the way attractive people get treated, honey, hang out with wealthy people, okay? Wait till you find out how wealthy people are treated. You're about to be big mad, okay? Because it's always been like that. In order for them to have the haves, they're going to have the have-nots, okay? There's always going to be a difference in the way people are treated. Is unfortunate. We can regret it, but that's not going to change anything. It has been like this since the beginning of time, and it will continue to be like this. The only thing that's going to change is who is treated differently, okay? Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So because I touched on it shortly yesterday, in this one I thought we could address why looks, appearances and packaging matters. Now first of all, I'm not going to address other people because oftentimes I find that this type of videos tend to focus on pretty privilege and how other people treat you when you look your best. Now I will get into that towards the end of the video, but I wanted to begin by saying that taking good care of yourself and looking your best is an act of self-respect, okay? It's an act of self-love. People who actually respect themselves take good care of them, right? They pay attention to what they eat, right? What do they put inside their bodies? So they tend to feed themselves healthy, nutritious food. They work out, you know, they go to the gym, they jog, they walk, you know, they pay attention to themselves. They don't go outside smelling bad, you know, with a pajama bottom and a bonnet on. Like, I'm sorry, but every time that I see somebody looking really disheveled outside, I can't help but think this person is going through something. And I'm not saying this to be malicious because I've been there. You know, I have had several years of my life where I was going through a very, you know, intense depression, and I had very bad anxiety back then. And I used to be that person that would roam around, you know, looking absolutely crazy, and so much so that I had to hide, you know, oftentimes at the post office from people that knew me. So this is not shade to people who are going through something mentally. I'm just saying, if you're watching this video and you have found that it is very difficult for you to, you know, keep up with the basic hygiene, then perhaps you want to talk to a mental health professional, a life coach, and find out, you know, if you're going through something deeper than, you know, what it seems like on the surface, right? So as I was saying, ladies, please get in the habit of taking good care of yourself even when nobody is watching. For me, one of the biggest signs of self-respect is when you do what best for you or what needs to be done even when nobody's watching. So this is when you keep your house, your environment, your space clean even when you're not expecting any visitors. You know, don't sit at home in dirty PJs, you know, smelling bad. Don't let it get to the place where you can smell yourself, you know, when you're alone at home. We've all been there, right? But don't let it be a regular thing. Also, ladies, invest in a nice lounge wear, okay, without holes on them. Again, even if you live alone, you want to wear nice lounge wear that don't have holes in them, you know, maybe matching sets with nice colors, pastels, feminine colors. You want to take impeccable care of you for the love of you, because you are the most important person in your own life. The message you want to give you is that you matter, is that you're important. That is not the message that, you know, loungewear with holes on them is giving. That is not the message that watch our pajamas that, you know, have been on the machine so much so that even, you know, if they had, most pajamas, you know, have like a message on them, sweet dreams or whatever. Sometimes we wash them so much so that even the letters are gone, okay? So if the letters are gone, let it be gone. Put it in the trash, okay, ladies? Take good care of you. Here I also wanted to caution you against keeping your most expensive perfumes and your nicest shoes for someone else special occasion. Sometimes I hear, you know, my acquaintances say, oh, I'm gonna wear this, you know, for your birthday, and I'm gonna wear this when XYZ graduates. And I want to ask, why do you want to keep your nicest things for someone else special day? And this is not to say that you can't wear something extra nice when it's your friend's birthday or when it's a graduation, but baby, every day is a special occasion, okay? Being alive and well is a special occasion, and I wish more people realize that. You know, a lot of us tend to take life for granted. We tend to think, oh, tomorrow is guaranteed. You know, wake up every day, we do our routine, and then we expect tomorrow, but tomorrow is not guaranteed, okay, honey? If you think that, you know, your alarm on your phone is what woke you up this morning, then try putting it next to a dead man, okay? Now let's get into the nitty-gritty, okay, into what you all came for, because you're all messy, okay? Now before I get into it, I just wanted to say that in an ideal world, pretty privilege wouldn't exist. Okay, if you were perfect, if I was perfect, then preferential treatment based on how attractive somebody is or how well they put themselves together wouldn't be a thing. Unfortunately, we do not live in an ideal world. Unfortunately, you are not perfect and neither am I. You know, one thing that will never cease to amaze me is that every time that there is a social warrior on Twitter writing about how, yeah, discrimination based on how people look is wrong, and there's thousands of likes, and in the comments you have thousands, tens of thousands of people writing how that's wrong, how it's disgusting, blah blah blah, ta ta ta. And I always wonder then, who is doing it? Listen, somebody, anybody is lying, okay? Because it don't be making sense. The math is not mathing, it's not adding up, okay? Because we are society. Newsflash, we are society. Then why is it still a thing? Because it is human nature. I hate to be the bringer of bad news. I hate to break it up to you, but it is in human nature to prefer people that look healthier, so people with clearer skin, straighter teeth, okay? People who are on a healthy weight, so people who are slim. It is human nature, okay? So don't waste your time, don't waste your energy. Ask the women from the fat positivity movement. They've been at it for years. They have not been able to bully Fendi, Gucci, Chanel, and really big brands out of, you know, hiring super thin, carrot thin models, because again, when people go for these brands, no matter what they say, they go for aspirational, and unfortunately, being chubby, being overweight is not aspirational. I wish it wasn't this way, you guys. I can't say this enough. Don't come for me in the comment section. My ideal world is not the one that we live in, but I operate from an internal locus of control. I'm team, if you can't beat them, join them, okay? I understand that I'm not going to be able to bully human out of human behavior, so I don't ask myself, how do I get other people to change? In every given situation, for me, the formula to success is go to the mirror and ask myself, what can I do? You know, how can I change? You know, what about myself can I transform, can I change in order to make the situation work for me? You know, a couple of days ago I rewatched the Schindler List. For those of you who don't know what it is a movie about the Holocaust, and there was two scenes actually that really dawned on me. One of them being, at some point they were going to pick, you know, the Jews that were going to be sent to the concentration camp from the Jews that were deemed healthy, so that could stay in the camp that they were and work. And I remember seeing women fixing their fingers with a needle and taking their own blood and using it as blush so that they can look healthier and more alive. And this was 1939, okay ladies, 1939. And since then, little to nothing has change, okay? So you will always be treated based on how you look. It's unfortunate, and it is not a conscious decision, by the way. This is something that people do subconsciously, because we have to make decisions in half a second when we don't know a stranger. Think about it. If you're walking down the street and someone is coming towards you, you have to make a decision in a split second, okay? So you can't overthink it. If they look, you know, dirty, somehow it seems like they have something on their hand. I know that there's an area in Frankfurt in Germany where I live, at the main central station. It's full of, you know, junkies and people who are on crack, unfortunately. And you know, when I walk around there, I don't give it a lot of thoughts. If someone is coming towards me and they seem to be holding something in their head, I'm going on the other side of the street, because why? It could be a nozzle. They could put it, you know, into me. Perhaps they're struggling with HIV or something else, and they could pass it on to me. And this is not conscious. Of course, this could be somebody who is just holding something as a pen, or, you know, it's not because they're dirty that they're addicted to drugs, that crack has their life, right? Maybe it's just a woman or a person who is really going through something. But in this half a second, I can't think of all of these eventualities. I have to think fast in case, you know, I'm in the wrong, in case something happens. So 9 out of 10 times, I'm going to cross the street, okay? And this is just human nature. So this is why when you go into a coffee shop or, you know, in a store, the store clerks are going to be nicer to you if you look really nice, if you're dressed already in a very put together manner, because they are going to assume, wrongfully so sometimes, right, that you can afford most of the things that are into the store. This is why when you go to coffee shop, right, waiters and waitresses are going to be nicer to you if you look put together, because they are going to assume that they are going to get a bigger tip. Again, sometimes wrongfully so, okay? You have a lot of people like me, always looking super cute, super put together, and broke as AF, okay? So it's not always the best way to judge people, but we don't have another one. We don't have a more reliable one at this point in time. At least we just don't. So we have to go by it, because again, sometimes you just have to make these decisions very, very quickly. If not, your life could potentially depend on it. So ladies, I guess my point in this video is, do not hate the player, hate the game. Okay, if you can't beat them, join them instead of wasting your energy. I see this a lot with younger black women on TikTok complaining about pretty privilege and how people are not nice to you, blah blah blah. Please take this energy and reinvest it in looking the best you can, because it's going to be a better use of your energy, right? And I can tell sometimes these girls are very young and really lack life experiences. You will see them, for example, filming these videos in a room that is really chaotic with clothes everywhere, you know, visibly unclean, like, and this is a video that millions of people could potentially see. Like, why would you, you know, shoot yourself in the foot like that, right? Like, how do you expect to work with brands in the future if you portray yourself in a certain manner, you know, in a way that most people are not going to want their brand associated with that? So please don't waste your time, don't waste your energy. It's human nature, you know. There's a reason why they say dress for the life you want, dress in the way you want to be addressed, because most of the time you are going to be addressed in the way that you are dressed, and there is nothing that anyone can do about it. Pretty privilege, I'm afraid, is not going anywhere anytime soon, or really looking put together privilege, because most of it is not pretty privilege, honestly. If you're just decent at putting yourself together, you are going to be treated, unfortunately, a lot better. So do the bare minimum, ladies. Make sure that, you know, you got your hair together, that, you know, you brush your teeth. Only the other day I was in the bus and I was talking to one of my neighbors, and she was telling me something very interesting. It was a story about this summer as she was in America, something that happened, but I could not hear half of what she was saying because her teeth were so visibly, you know, yellow, and they had like things on them, you know. I don't know if it was food or whatever was stuck on her teeth, and I was just so stuck on that, you guys. Like, I was trying so hard to focus on, you know, what she was telling me, but I had the hardest time doing so, and I could just tell like she hadn't brushed her teeth maybe for like 2 days, which is crazy. Please don't do that. Do not go outside with your bonnet on. Don't go outside with your pajama bottom on. Why would you go outside with the trouser, the very trouser that you slept in? What message are you giving people out there? Don't do this, ladies. Please do better. Put on a little bit of chapstick, you know, a little bit of perfume. It doesn't have to be expensive. Even if it's just a Victoria's Secret spray, do something, anything. You don't have to, you know, get your nails, fake nails done acrylic for $50 if you cannot afford it, but make sure you at least, you know, file your nails a little bit, you know, give them a little bit of a shape. Do something, anything, just a little bit, okay? Because there is no such thing as an ugly woman. I personally believe they're just lazy ones. So don't be lazy about yourself. Don't be lazy about your life, okay? Put in effort, put in work for the love of you, again, for the respect of you. Make sure you're not smelling. Put on deodorant. If you are someone like me who sweat a lot, take several showers a day, invest in, you know, solid deodorant. I like to use the one from Dove, and it really, really helps, you know, for me, because I'm somebody who sweat a lot, okay? I'm planning on actually getting a Botox injection because I'm tired of the whole sweat, okay? I'm over it, you know. It doesn't smell, but sometimes you got like the huge areola on your clothes, and it's just not giving, you know, it's not giving cutesy, it's not giving demure, okay? It's not giving lovely, so I'm over it. But again, you don't have to put on a full face bead, a full face of makeup like I do, because I understand, you know, most women can't be bothered with this, and you have a job, like you gotta clock in, you don't have the time. But make sure that, again, you got your hair together in some way, shape, or form, you know, neat in a bun, or, you know, if you have braids on, that they're clean and everything. You know, make sure you got your nails together, you know, file them a bit, give them a little bit of a shape, put on some polish, you know, or not, but make sure at least that they are filed and clean, you know, that there is nothing, you know, no dirt inside them under it, okay? Put on a little bit of perfume, a little bit of chapstick. iron your clothes. Okay, make sure that you know they are pressed, especially if it's linen and materials like that, like silk, that are very, very unforgiving. You know, invest in a steamer from Amazon. You can get some of them for like $60, so very, very affordable. I've even seen one for $40 the other day. So invest in a steamer from Amazon and make sure that you always steam your clothes. Wear the right undergarment, okay, the right bra, the right, you know, panties. Make sure that you don't wear, you know, panties that are so tight that they cut your stomach in half. Sometimes this is what happens when women try to wear these body shapers and stuff. Some of them are, you know, too small, and they're so small that they kind of cut your belly in half, and they give, you know, the opposite result that what you were looking for, because you know you were looking to conceal your tummy, and instead of that you have this thing that, you know, dividing your tummy into two and giving you two bellies. So pay attention to this, okay? And you know, just small stuff like that. Pay attention to the little details, because the devil is in details. I hope you find this video helpful. I'm going to make a whole entire series called Look Maxing, okay? How to look your absolute best, and I'm going to share before pictures of mine where, you know, the ghetto okay, and how I was able to go from there, you know, to looking better, to maximize my own potential. I'm not saying that I'm the most beautiful woman in the world, but you know, I maximize my own potential, and so can you. And obviously result will vary based on, you know, everybody's starting point and everybody's goal and etc. Aesthetics, you know, whether you want to wear units or not, etc, etc. We'll get into that probably, you know, next month. We'll make a whole entire series about that, so be on the lookout for that. I think it's going to be fun. In the comment section down below, let me know, do you think we can bully human out of giving preferential treatment to the attractives and the wealthy? I would be very interested in how you think we can do that. Do not forget to give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and be on the lookout for the Look Maxing series. Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye. Mwah.